So just to welcome you all this evening as we feel the moon darkening at this time, and it is such a dark time of year anyway. I picked my daughter up from the school today, and it was dark when by the time we'd walked back up the road. So it is that feeling of darkening in so many different ways of the light. My name's Priestess Alan, and I am so happy to welcome you all this evening. So uh, tonight the theme of the ritual is going to be return home, and we are in a season of return. Uh, Obviously, in a few days' time, the sun's return at the solstice will be very much in our minds, and for a number of people, it might be a physical returning home for many, as we maybe go back to families at Yule, at Christmas. People often return home physically, so there is that in our minds. But on a deeper level, on a spiritual level, we might find ourselves returning home in different ways at this time of year, when we've perhaps more time to pick up the things that we maybe laid down in the craziness and the heat of summer. We've got time to pick them up, and actually, that's one intention and wish I have for every single one of you this evening as we go into the festive season of Yule, is to find time to have that silence and that stillness to pick up what you have perhaps laid down, and to return back to yourself. Everyone deserves that. No matter how much is going on around us, we all deserve that stillness. And for many of us, we are also perhaps emerging from a period of initiation that we went into during the season of Samhain. Many of us initiated, dedicated, but we do that every year. We return to the cauldron of Cerridwen, and we experience that feeling of returning at Samhain into the darker months. And what is happening just now is that we're deepening that further as we journey into winter. So we've moved on from initiation, but as we journey into the season of air, of Cerridwen of air, we feel that returning home in perhaps a gentler way. In Scotland, and I've been reading about this week, we have a tradition called Dar na Coille, and I think Cerridwen, I can feel Cerridwen in this, despite it being in Gaelic. It means the imbuement of the woods, and it's a time around this solstice to New Year, where our beloved dead are said to return on the wind and bring with them new life for the coming spring. So we've had the wild hunt at Samhain, and that sense of returning for other reasons. But this is a much gentler returning, and that's what I want to tap into just tonight. The dead return the torag in Gaelic, the blessing and the sustenance to the trees and the wood. And I love that image, that sense of returning home. I wonder if that's actually why we often read and listen to ghost stories at Christmas time. That sense of returning, the dead are still, our ancestors are still with us. So that's the theme of the ritual tonight, returning home, and the myriad ways that that might have meaning for us. So I'm going to invite my sisters to now close the circle and ground and centre, and to call in Cerridwen. And as we move through the ritual, I'll explain where we're going after that. So thank you, blessed be.
Hello, everybody. We gathered to our dark moon ritual, and I'm so happy that we are all together and coming home regular basis in this sacred circle of ritual. This is a homecoming too for all of us. Speaking different languages living in different nations. And despite of this, we can transcend these borders and to come together as a kin and be sacred and safe in this sacred circle. And I invite you just to focus your intention, how you can join this circle, to get close to your sisters and brothers, like sparks of light, or like a ray of light, a glowing network. And I will call on the elements to carve the circle. By the earth, that is her body. By the air, that is her sweet breath. By the fire, that is her bright spirit. And by the living waters of her sacred womb. With these sacred elements, I cast the circle of protection. I declare it is truly safe and truly sacred. As above, so below. As within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. So mote it be. Blessed be.
Okay. Right, I'm now to do some grounding and centering.
Sorry. Yes, I'm sorry about that. Apologies. Sorry, Kathy.
That's
You just
okay.
can't get the staff, can you?
I'd like to just invite you all to take a moment to join me for a ground and centering before we begin the ritual tonight. So I invite you to close or lower your eyes and begin by taking a deep breath in and out, allowing yourself a moment to fully arrive in this space. A moment for yourself at this busiest time of the year. And a moment of returning to your connection with the earth and the sky, who hold you and love you unconditionally. Feel your feet resting on the ground. Take another breath in, and as you release that breath, imagine roots sinking from the soles of your feet into Mother Earth. Allow your roots to burrow past the homes of sleeping rabbits, foxes, and badgers, deeper into the soft, nourishing darkness, down past the bones of the ancestors, through the healing energy of crystal caves, towards the pulsing heart of Mother Earth. Let your roots reach for it. The warmth, the fire, the power of her core. Allow your roots to reach that core, her heart, and absorb her life-giving heat. Draw it up, all the long way back up until the warmth bathes your feet. Draw it up through your ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs, into your sacral bowl. The glow of the molten heat fills you, igniting creativity and courage as it travels on upwards to your heart space. Feel it glowing there, pulsing, as you bask in the warmth of the love that Mother Earth shares with you. Feeling that warmth infuse you, I invite you to cast your thoughts upwards, noticing as you do a thread shining with starlight, reaching up from your heart, up through your throat, tingling past your third eye, before soaring up through your crown towards the sky, into a crisp December night full of stars. The starlit thread calls for you to follow up through our atmosphere, swirling into the constellations, to where she waits, our dark bright lady, Cerridwen, the cosmic mother, to welcome you. Her arms stretch out to meet you, and as you rise towards her, you see the silver starlight threads of all your sisters and brothers rising towards her too. She wraps you all in her indigo cloak, full of magic, inspiration, and above all with the love she has for you. Allow these gifts to you to shimmer back down your silver thread, through the night sky and into your crown, filling your mind and spirit with magic, your throat with words of praise and gratitude to her, before coming to rest in your heart space with the warming energy of Mother Earth. Feel them mingle. Feel the sense of belonging they bring. Rest for a moment in the deep knowing that you are held and loved from above and below, always. Take a deep breath in. Slowly release it. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Turn with me in your mind's eye to the north. Croeso, Cerridwen yr awyr, Cerridwen of air, mother of breath, cauldron of wind and whispered knowing, we call to you. You who move unseen between lung and leaf, between word unspoken and song remembered, be present with us now. Breathe through our bodies, stir the awen in our chests, carry us on your wind paths back to what we have always known, where memory lives in bone and blood, where the old songs were never lost, where the cauldron waits, warm and turning. Cerridwen of air, lift us gently, strip away forgetting, and bring us home to you. We breathe in your breath of life and renewal with gratitude. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen yr awyr, and we bring your energy into our centre. Blessed be.
Please turn with me in your inner eyes to the east. Croeso, Cerridwen of fire, Croesel Cerridwen Otan. In this dark time of the year, you appear to us with your life-giving warmth. We gather around the fire pits to honor the community, to share stories, dreams, loss, and visions. Everything that does not serve to our growth, we give to the fire. And we seek for transformation and renewal. We await the new light full of trust. Cerridwen of fire, we breathe your fiery transformative energy in with gratitude. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen of fire, and we bring your energy to our center. Blessed be.
Sisters, in your mind's eye, please turn with me to the south as we welcome Cerridwen of water. Croeso, beautiful dark lady, we feel the pull of your sacred water from the moment of our very existence in the womb of our earth mothers. And now you hold us in the waters of your love, and those depths are beyond measure. Water is the element of emotion. And at this time of year, when our emotions are very high, sometimes with joy and sometimes with sorrow, teach us, like your rivers and your streams, to go with the flow, that everything is moving, nothing lasts forever, no joy or sadness lasts forever. May we treasure them and treasure each lesson that they give us. And with your beautiful waters, every day wash us anew. Cleanse us from doubt and anger, sadness and worry, to be the best version of ourselves that we can be in your name, because that brings you much joy. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen, beautiful, refreshing goddess of water. We breathe in your watery, refreshing energy with gratitude. Hail and welcome, great lady, and we bring your energy to our centre. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Croeso Morwen Adair, Cerridwen of the earth. We thank you for your earth, your very bones upon which we walk, and for the sustenance we receive from your soil. We thank you for your wild places where we can seek you out, for your trees which shade us, listen to us, and ground us when we are in need. As the nights grow longer, we return to your very core and all of the dark places within. We return to your cauldron to be transformed and reborn, and to carry your dark, bright light with us as we return to walk your lands. We ask that you join us this day as we celebrate our returning home to you. We breathe in your loving energy with gratitude. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen of earth. We bring your energy into the center. Blessed be.
Please turn with me to this in your mind's eye to the center. Croeso, Cerridwen, mistress of magic and mystery. May we all feel your nurture and your magic at this time of the winter solstice, the longest, darkest night of the wheel of the year. As we enter and return to your cauldron of transformation, may we feel your dark, bright spirit. May we honor the blessings that you have given us. We breathe your energy in with gratitude, Goddess. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen, mistress of magic and mystery. Please join with me for the 3 Arwens. Blessed be.
Blessed be, and thank you. I'm going to introduce a video now that was put together really to explore the theme of returning home. And you'll see in this video some pictures of Bala, Cerridwen's home in Wales, and you'll see pictures of Glastonbury, Avalon, and the Temple of Cerridwen in Avalon as well. But it's not just a physical returning home. Many of us return to these places as pilgrims and travellers and priestesses year in, year out, because it's a way of plugging in to who we love most and what we love most. The music that is on this video is a rendition of Jennifer Berezan's Returning, and I know that this is a piece of music, this is a chant that many people will cite as one of their perhaps earliest memories of returning to Goddess. It's something that sparks something, and that's what music does. It sparks an inspiration and energy within us to really feel the Goddess in our life. So for many people, that chant, it has a very special place in their hearts. So that's why we picked this one for the video. So it's a physical returning to places that mean a lot to us, but it goes deeper than that. It's a returning to Cerridwen every time we visit these places in our mind's eye. Blessed be. Returning, returning, returning to the mother of us all. Returning, returning, returning to the mother of us all. Returning, returning, returning to the mother of us all.
Returning, returning, returning to the mother of us all. Returning, returning, returning to the mother of us all. Returning, returning, returning to the mother of us all.
Returning, returning, returning to the mother of us all. Returning, returning, returning to the mother of us all. Returning, returning, returning to the mother of us all.
Thank you so much. And at this time of year, this is the time of year that we gather round the fire, metaphorical or otherwise, to hear stories and to hear other people's stories, to share stories of our year. You know, when we gather with family, for example. And I'm going to invite now three of my sisters, three of my fellow priestesses, to share their stories of returning. And my hope is that you, perhaps hearing these stories, they'll all be different because everyone's stories are different. Everyone has a different story to tell of returning home. But my hope is that you will find some wisdom in each of these stories that perhaps spark something in your own journey of returning, or gives you a little bit of hope or a little push forward in your journeys forward. So I'm going to invite Sadie first of all to speak, and then we have 2 videos after that of sisters. So thank you. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Thank you for that beautiful video. I am a priestess of Cerridwen. My name is Sadie, and I live here in America on the Pacific Northwest side. So what does the Pacific Northwest mean to me? It means one of my returning home. When I travel overseas and I get to be in the land of our goddess in Glastonbury, it feels like home. When I travel to other places around the world where I've had the opportunity to travel to and explore and pilgrimage, it feels like home. Home has very many different meanings. So what I'm trying to say is that home could be, returning home to your family during the holidays, and then you reach a place where you feel like this remembrance, this memory. But the home sometimes is messy. Sometimes the home is really heavy. Sometimes the home can be pretty, beautiful, and light. But the real home that I learned was the home within that heart cauldron, the home within me. And Cerridwen carries me each and every time through all the messy, all the heaviness, all the prettiness around me, and all the the light that just blooms each and every day as we start a blessed day. Home is here. Home is deep in the heart space. This cauldron that when we cup our hands and we're saying our prayers, place it over our hearts and we ask her, fill my heart with your love. That's my home. I try to express love in every way that I can, in every step, every visit, every person I meet. I try to bring a little spark of that love. There's enough hatred in this world. There's enough of the ugliness, the heaviness that people just receive. And so a smile can be a home for them. A smile could be a beautiful piece of love that they haven't received in a long time. One of the things that I do very frequently is we all have cauldrons, and this cauldron specifically gets filled with all kinds of notes. I mean, lots of notes. And sometimes when life gets a little too heavy, I'll write Cerridwen a little note. And then I kiss it, place it over my heart, and place it in the cauldron. Sometimes when things work out so beautifully and I am so filled with joy and love, I write her a little note. And I do the same thing. I kiss it, I say my gratitude, put it over my heart, and I place it in her cauldron. And this cauldron every month gets emptied. I can place it in a fire, put it in recycling, however it's called to meant for me to just like let it go. And each time I look at this cauldron, I say, I hope that there are more love notes in here, Cerridwen, because each year you teach me that love wins. Love always wins, and you are always showing us your love. Excuse me. And so for me, that's returning home. Be yourself. Be who you are. Show up as who you are. Be authentic to yourself so that you can show up in love for others. Thank you, sisters. Blessed be.
So, dear sisters and brothers, out of all the souls in this world, I hope you all understand what it feels like to return home to the goddess Cerridwen. So many people are called by the goddess when they are children, when they are young. I was called many times, and I kept replying, I can't right now, it's not time, I'm too busy. And then 4 years ago, I began to have dreams of a beautiful woman and myself floating in the stratosphere in space, looking down at the earth. And she would look at me and say, Sally, put your goggles on. And I'd realise I had goggles on the top of my head and I would pull them down over my eyes. And I would look at her and then look at the earth in front of me. And she would say, don't worry, you are protected. You have my goggles on. And suddenly a huge meteorite would crash into the earth, blowing it up. And I would stand there in shock and scared. And I'd wake up thinking, oh my gosh, what's going on? And these dreams happened for about 2 weeks, repetitively, over and over again. And then I had a terrible accident. My leg was smashed up in a biking accident. My teeth were knocked out. I was really ill for several weeks.
And as I healed, I realised my dreams had come true. They had really happened and been a warning, but also they were telling me, you're going to be okay, you are protected. Then as I got back in nature and I started doing all my things again and working, and I started to find I was being called by the moon. I would stand outside half an hour, just falling into the moon and feeling her magic just infuse into my body and my soul. I also found it was happening with the land around me. I could feel the magic and the vibration in it. I could feel the magic in the air. Oh, the breath of life invigorates me. And the power of the water and the fire, her elements and the spirit, she would talk to me in my dreams. And I felt very connected and blessed. I realised the goddess was everywhere. She was within me and without me. The first year after my accident, I had loads of eureka moments, realizations of, oh, I didn't realise that, and all these huge realizations impacting on me on a deep level. As I connected with nature, I found new truths about the goddess. As I awoke to kind of her majesty of the goddess, I kind of realised I needed other people to know what I knew. And I started to realise I needed to find my sisters and my brothers. So I was led to the Priestesses of Cerridwen in Avalon. And I was led to their teachings. And I decided to sign up onto their course. I began my journey. My first spiral, I made incense, I made smudge fans, women's rooms, druidic staffs, anointing oils, and many more tools to aid me in my connection with the goddess. And I dreamed of Cerridwen. I had huge dreams, thinking she was killing me. Then I was working with her. Then I was thrown into cauldrons and came out completely different to what I went in as. And just learning, even though I might have been fearful at times, to just trust her, surrender to her. She is my creator. She knows every filament of my being. And she knows what I can do and what I can deal with. I also dreamed of my sisters and how we grew. We grew together as a community, feeling love and compassion to each other with our sacred listening, creating love and honour. In my second spiral, I began to aid my people at home, their spiritual adventures, their soul awakening. I also started to do Avalon soul healing with my patients. I did crystal healing. I began doing dark moon rituals and doing ceremony, ritual, calling in the goddess, sacred circles. And I saw how this inspired people as it had inspired me. And that was so precious to me to see her light, the goddess's light, traveling through every soul that came into contact with her. These teachings and these rituals taught me about myself, taught me about the human condition. And then after a year in my second spiral, it was my initiation. I was terrified. I was scared. I wanted to make sure I honoured her in every way I could. When I did initiate at Bala Lake, I was absolutely filled with awe at her power, her majesty, her love, her undying need to create, to be, to live, to love, to be in harmony with her creation. I feel blessed by this. I carry her with me. This is coming home to me. Feeling her soul right there inside my chest is precious. The magic of Bala Lake, it moves right through me like a wave of magic. And whenever I get low, I need to meditate and remember this is the truth of everything. This feeling is what should be. I feel the goddess through the power of her, through all of her elements. They affect me. I connect with them with the infinity symbols. Feel their magic, feel their energy and how it affects my body and soul and my spirit. I've always known the goddess is within me. She made me, therefore she's within me. Her soul made me, therefore her soul is inside of me. But I then realized that she is within everything. Everything she made, she has put a spark of her soul inside every creature, every rock, plant on this planet. Her magical kind of matrix of light and night, it connects us all, it connects us as one, it brings us all in harmony. It is like the web of life. Everything one thing does will affect and ripple right through the matrix into everything else. For every tree, every plant, every insect, every bird, fish, every crystal, every element is made by the goddess. Therefore, her soul is within all of creation. So I honor the goddess by connecting and working in harmony with every life form she created, for they are all part of her. She needs them just as she needs us, needs me. So by working in harmony and in truth with every part of the goddess outside of me and hopefully within me, I honor her. This realization is within my bones, within my soul. This is returning home to Cerridwen. May she be blessed always. Blessed Yule, carrying her light and her night with you.
Returning home. In the heart of the darkness, I scrabbled in panic, trying to find my way home to her. I'd been searching everywhere, all of the usual home places, and nothing was working. I wasn't working. Nowhere was home anymore. Finally cast out? At least a question mark remained faintly, a hope to reach for. Sleepwalking, no talking, still scrabbling until the not surrender, just froze. In the heart of the darkness, I blinked in panic, trying to see if I could even just see her. Fingers in silt, feeling around, fingers of silt holding me down, and I couldn't move until something solid shifted me. The rough iron walls of the cauldron, holding me. Cast iron, not cast out. Cold but safe, hope covered in rust. She whispered, "This too is your home. My cauldron is your place of rest." And I did. I just rested, surrendered, just rested. Finally at home.
Thank you so much for those stories. They mean so much. And yeah, I've taken them all into my heart this evening. And now I would like to invite you to take a journey with me to Cerridwen in this season of air. So if you feel comfortable, close your eyes, get comfortable. And I invite you to take 3 deep breaths into your heart space. Feel yourself softening and deepening, and like the darkening of a winter's afternoon, the outside world, and even the place where you sit now, slowly recedes, and you go to the place behind your eyes. Find the door to your third eye, and when you are ready, see your hand reach out to the handle of this door. Open it and enter into the landscape beyond, which is entirely yours, and yet is also connected to the magical places, to the land of the noon. You walk along a path which takes you across a field, and at the edge of the field there's a stile which helps you to cross over a hedge of hawthorn, bramble and blackthorn. This is a winter landscape, and the last of the fruits of this bare hedge are covered in frost. It is a clear day, and the sky is bright blue. You find yourself on the other side of the hedge, close to a steep cliff, and you wonder about making your way down the rocky path which is cut into the rock. But just as you ponder this, you look up to see a hawk circling in the air above. The hawk hovers, and you see her beautiful wingspan. You marvel at what she must be able to see from this vantage point. You can see the land laid out before you on this beautiful winter's day, but the hawk must be able to see much further and clearer. The hawk is now almost directly above you, and suddenly, as birds of prey are wont to do, she drops from the sky. Instead of disappearing from view to catch her prey in the field beneath her, she is in front of you. But she is no longer a bird. She's a woman. And in the time she took to drop from the sky, she is shape-shifted into the one you know so well. This is your goddess, Cerridwen. She stands before you, draped in a cloak of hawk feathers. Her eyes are far-seeing, and you know that she is looking directly inside you. She can see everything. She inclines her head in a greeting, and you bow low before her. When you look up at her, she still has those hawk eyes on you. You have journeyed far, my fair one, she says. You have walked so many miles this year, over rough ground and smooth. You have explored new places, and yes, there may have been times when you have found yourself straying from the road you know so well. But you are here now. And it is time. You wonder what Cerridwen means by this. What is it time for? She answers this silent question of yours with a knowing smile. It is time to return home. The words linger in the crisp air. They almost take form in front of you. Return home. In that moment, you feel the depth of this. Return home. It sounds so easy, but what does this really mean to you? Do you need to return to her? Or is it a place in your heart that you've forgotten? Is it something else? Search your heart now and find your own truth in these words. Cerridwen moves to the edge of the cliff, and you stand near her, watching the December sun low in the sky, returning home. Instinctively, you take a step forward to the rocky steps. Subconsciously, you feel that movement is needed more than words right now. Cerridwen laughs, and her laugh is like silver bells. No need for walking, my child. Today, in this season, we fly. She touches your arm, and you see feathers forming around you like a winged cloak. Pay close attention to these feathers. Are they the feathers of one type of bird, or are there many feathers, many different kinds of birds on this growing cloak? You feel the power of the shapeshifter upon you. And suddenly, you are in the air, flying across the land. You fly higher and higher, so that the clouds begin to obscure everything below you. There are many colours in your sight. Blue, purple, pink, silver, gold. After a time, your bird-like intuition tells you that it is time to land. You feel the pull of the earth below. As you circle downwards, you feel the unmistakable familiarity of home. You are returning. As you reach the ground, you find that it is your human feet that touch the earth. But you find that one feather remains on your arm, and you hold that feather close to you, putting it in your pocket as a memory of this moment. You survey your surroundings. Where are you? Is it somewhere that you know in your waking life? Or is this homecoming only familiar to you from your dreams and your visions? Take a moment to drink it all in. The warmth of remembering. The safety. The familiarity. You have returned, and you are exactly where you should be right now. This is home. This is your place. You deserve to be here. You feel the presence of Cerridwen beside you once more. Of course she's here. She will always be with you as you return to yourself. And she takes your hand and turns to you. And you feel her breath at your ear as she whispers a message to you. Don't worry if you don't catch all of it just now. It'll come back to you in dreams and symbols. Her message will echo to you through the winter days ahead, beyond the solstice and midwinter. Her breath is like a wind blowing across the land, and her breath is altering your reality. Everything begins to shift, and you know that you are leaving this place. And yet, you also know that you can always return here. You can always return home. You give gratitude to Cerridwen, and you hear the cry of a hawk in the distance. It feels further and further away, and the place where you are sitting now feels more concrete. Take a moment to feel yourself coming back to your body. Feel the floor under your feet. Feel your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So, this was a journey to Cerridwen, and it was an inner journey. But this ritual, I hope tonight, also takes us out into the world, because we are her kin, and Cerridwen's kin needs to be out in the world. And so this ritual, this little blessing ritual that I'm going to do next, is a ritual of returning. Firstly, I want you to really search your heart and think, what is it that you want to return to? What do you want to return to yourself, but also to take out into the world tonight and beyond tonight as well? Offer that to Cerridwen now, so that she may place this intention in the great collective cauldron of the kin, to be stirred round by her practised hand. Feel that intention of return start to swirl around. Feel the energy and the sprinkle of her magic as Cerridwen stirs. It might be hope that you want to send out to the world tonight, that you want to return to yourself, hope that you've maybe lost this year. It might be peace, or joy, or something completely different. But all that is needed tonight is your intention for the magic to begin. What are you returning to across the fields of snow? What are you returning to through forests laced with frost? What are you returning to under the cold, bright stars and the dark moon, but the moon that will begin to wax and grow to fullness later this month? Your journey of return shall be blessed tonight. And it's important to know that as we do this, you are not just a passive recipient, but an active participant in this magic. You're not just receiving this elemental blessing. You are, for a moment, becoming the elements that will help to return you to what it is that you need and what the world needs as well. Just as Thales, just as the bards become the elements in everything, so too shall we. So if you have a feather, now is the time to pick it up. And if you don't, that is absolutely okay too. Just imagine it in your mind's eye. Feel this feather, feel the power behind it. All that possibility, all that intention. You are blessed by air. You are the beat of a wing in flight that comes on the sacred breath of wind. Blowing in from the north. You are the Avalon in the atmosphere, making its way from the other world. You are the cold, fresh breeze that welcomes every traveller home. Take that intention, take that power of air, and let's blow that into the world tonight. We're returning to ourselves, but what are we returning to the world? Let's blow that out in our own breaths. And now, if you have a candle, and I do think that at this season, although we're in the season of air, the fire is so important at this time. So light your candle. And you are blessed by fire. You are the flicker of the candle that is lit to welcome the weary and those in need of rest. You are the flame of the hearth which burns brightly to remember every ancestor who has ever told a story of homecoming. Let's take that fire, that little candle flame, but if we join all our candle flames together and we send that intention out into the world of hope, of peace, joy, whatever you feel is needed right now in the world, in these dark days, let's send that out. We are the candle, we are the brightness, we are the light. We are her dark, bright spirit. And now for water. You are blessed by water. You are the drop in the sea that is brought by the tide onto her shores, returning again and again. Feel that power of the tide moving you forward. And you are the tear in the eye of remembering and in the longing. Hirith, the Kianalis, the longing. You are the rain that refreshes the journey home of every traveller. And so as you anoint yourself, as you anoint your brow, or any part of you that you feel is needed tonight, let's remember the tears. She who hears the cries and feels the tears of the world. We are those tears, but in those tears we have the power to move. Just as the tides and the moon move us, we have the power to move that forward for change. And now if you have a crystal or some earth, I've got adventurine here, please hold that in your hands. You are blessed by earth. You are both the winding path and the one who walks that path. You are the network of roots, tangled and dense beneath the feet of the journeying one, that grounds every traveller into their memory. Feel that earth beneath us. No matter where we are, and we're from many different places here today, you can always feel the feet of your sisters and your brothers, your kin, walking next to you. And most of all, we have the bright light, the lantern of Cerridwen, just up ahead of us, leading us home. Feel that power of Cerridwen, that returning into the world. She is moving and she is returning, and she is bringing with her so much of what is needed in the world. But she needs us. It's reciprocal. She needs us to move it out there too. Blessed be.
Thank you, my lovely. Not entirely sure how I'm going to follow that, because that was absolutely amazing. So I'm going to follow up with a ditty. What else? My song is called When the North Wind Blows, and again, fresh off the press, so I'm going to try and remember the tune. Okay. When the north wind blows, we will ride the storm. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. When the north wind blows, we will ride the storm. We're from the cauldron born. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. Oh, going home. Way back when time had just begun, when Mother Earth and we were one, when winter came to her we'd run, and prayed that she'd return the sun. We lit the fires and watched the Yule log burn. We danced and feasted and prayed for life's return. Cerridwen, breath of the gale, Cerridwen, wind in the vale, Harwen, rising, spoken free, breath to bone, return to me. When the north wind blows, we will ride the storm. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. When the north wind blows, we will ride the storm. We're from the cauldron born. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. Oh, going home. Then came a time of broken law, when Mother's name was spoke no more. Her temples closed, her songs were torn, the sacred womb was crowned with scorn. They dimmed the fires and silenced women's prayer, the old ways buried, her wisdom stripped and bare. Cerridwen, breath of the gale, Cerridwen, wind in the vale, Arwen, rising, spoken free, breath to bone, return to me. When the north wind blows, we will ride the storm. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. When the north wind blows, we will ride the storm. We're from the cauldron born. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. Oh, going home. But Ember slept beneath the stones, in blood and bone, in seed and song. We hear her call, we're not alone. The mother's voice has waited long. We tend the fires and claim the rights once banned. We rise remembering to heal this wounded land. Cerridwen, breath of the gale, Cerridwen, wind in the vale, Harwin, rising, spoken free, breath to bone, return to me. When the north wind blows, we will ride the storm. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. When the north wind blows, we will ride the storm. We from the cauldron born. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. We will ride the storm. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. When the north wind blows, we will ride the storm. We from the cauldron born. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. Going home. Our wind whispered, carried wide in every breath. The mother rides. When the north wind blows, we will ride the storm. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. When the north wind blows, we will ride the storm. We from the cauldron born. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. We will ride the storm. It will carry us home. We will ride the storm from the cauldron born. When the north wind blows, it will carry us home. Oh, going home, going home. Thank you. Right, I hope you haven't put your candles out. If you would like to grab your candle again, I was just going to give some words of gratitude. Now, my bedroom currently smells of damp Labrador, so I've gone big. I've gone extra large and scented, but, you know, obviously, your choice what candle you wish to pick. Right, let's see. Cerridwen, we offer our deepest gratitude to you for your breath, your guidance, and your ever-loving cauldron, your ever-turning cauldron, your ever-transforming cauldron. We give thanks to our temple in Avalon, our wonderful meeting place, a place of remembering, of gathering, of coming home. We thank our sister and brother priestesses and our wider community for your presence, your devotion, your steadfast support, for none of this is walked alone. As we stand together now, let us hold our light of Yule, each candle a small flame, together a great hope. May we hold this light for love, for peace, and for the healing of the world. So mote it be, and blessed be.
Blessed be.
And now we'll start the calling out and saying goodbye to Cerridwen. Diolch, Cerridwen. We felt your breath of life moving through us, uplifting our souls with hope and joy this evening. We heard you call us, and we answered and returned to you. Farewell, and bide well in your temple. Cerridwen ar awyr, Cerridwen of air. Blessed be.
Cerridwen of fire, we thank you for your presence, for your loving guidance, that we can gather around your flame. And we ask you kindly to give us strength to light our own light in the world. Farewell and bide well in your temple. Blessed be.
Cerridwen of water, we thank you for your loving presence this evening, and we know that whenever we see water, whether it's the patter of raindrops on our window, whether it's the stream or the river, the rushing floods, wherever we see water, we are reminded of your everlasting love. And let us share that with everybody around us so they can have a little feel of what it's like to be in the presence of Cerridwen by sharing your love. Thank you Farewell and bide well in your temple, Cerridwen of water.
Thank you, Cerridwen, of earth, for those dark places that we can go to, for the beautiful things that you've given us this evening, the gifts of the people as we walk on your earth. We thank you for holding us down so we don't go flying off, and being grounded onto your very bones so that we may walk and carry your light into the world with love. Bide well, farewell, and bide well in your temple, Cerridwen, goddess of earth. Blessed be.
Diolch yn fawr, Cerridwen, mistress of magic and mystery. Thank you for your spiritual, your guidance and your nurture at this time. Thank you for all the gifts that you have given the Cerridwen kin. For we are your cauldron, we are reborn. Farewell and bide well in your temple, goddess. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Thank you so much, everyone. And I'm just going to pass over to Stella to open the circle. Thank you.
Thank you. My heart is full of joy. It was such a pleasure. And I'm so grateful for the guidance of the elements, for the guidance and wisdom of our loving goddess. And with deep thanks and sometimes I don't know the right words. I want to thank you, the sacred elements. And just remember that the peace and the love and the joy of our goddess will remain in your hearts. And the circle is open, but not broken. It's unbroken. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Thank you, beautiful Emma, for this amazing, beautiful dark moon ritual. Thank you to all the sisters who offered beautiful things. I really, really appreciate it. This is always a joy to do, and I do apologize for the rather crappy because I'm still not well. Excuse me. But thank you so much to everybody and giving our beautiful reaction to you all. Yay! More hearts, more love. Sadie said it so beautifully. And you know, sometimes it's not just the goddess songs that we sing, but one of my favorite songs when I have this Yule ceremony, or when I'm in this season, sorry, is Driving Home for Christmas. Yeah, and I'm just gonna throw it out there if anybody wants to sing with me. But it is such a beautiful song, and it always reminds me that we go home. We go home at the end of the day to hopefully a house full of loved ones, even if they're furry loved ones. We go home to the people that understand and love us in the temples, and we go home eventually to our beautiful goddess. And we have lost several sisters over the last few years, and I just wanted to remember those now. But as we say, you know, farewell and bide well in your temple, and we will see you again. So eventually, I can see them sitting on the dock of the bay in Avalon, holding up a cup saying, "We're waiting for you. When you're ready, let's go." And I probably won't be able to sing today. Anybody want to sing this song? But I just wanted to say, you know, we are all walking each other home. And I am so grateful for all of you, for those of you who came to watch, for those of you on the courses, and for those of you who are, you know, simply loving Cerridwen. I am driving home for Christmas. No, I won't.
I love that song.
I love that song. And you know what? We worked out that we've probably been singing it for the last 50 years. That's how old we are. Oh my goddess. But it is, I can't wait to see those
Legend.
faces. Yeah, driving home for Christmas. And I'm
With a
just moving down
thousand
that line.
memories.
Hey, go on and do it.
Oh no, I'm good tonight. I'm good
Who wants to
tonight.
sing with
I'm going to
us?
quit while I'm winning.
Anyway,
Thank you so much, B. Thank you, everyone.
you've been an amazing host, and thank you for being the one that's brave enough to step forward. Please come again. We've got another one going in January, so, please come again. And meanwhile, what do we say? Happy Yule!
Happy
Yule! What now? Happy Yule!
Happy
May your cups
Yule.
never run dry. Happy Yule!
Slanch.
Blessed
Yule.
Blessed
Happy
be.
Yule.
Blessed be.
Blessed be. Good night.
Good night,
Blessed
everybody.
be.
Lots of peace and love. Thank you for
Bye.
everything. Bye, darlings.
Thank
Bye,
you.
bye,
Bye-bye.
bye, bye, bye. Hello, Anna. Hello, Raven. Hello, everybody. Hello, Puppy. Hello, Sally. Bye, darlings.